What's going on, my beautiful Gala gang? It's Dr. Wookie. We got some massive Gala updates today, and as always, a beautiful giveaway. I'm going to be giving away $100 of OSMI token. Just type the word OSMI down in the comments below, and that will enter you in. Let's jump in. We got massive Gala updates today, and I got some very sneaky and specific information for you guys. So first off, Gala has had a nice run over November here during the bull run, all the way up to 4 cents before hitting some resistance, popping back down to 3.5 cents. I think Gala definitely could get back up to 8 cents pretty easily during the bull here. OSMI, this is what we need to talk about today. So this is an AI system built on Gala chain. Now, the big news is they're dropping their nodes tomorrow, Monday. Only 1,000 of them. And boy, are we going to talk about whether this is a good play, whether people have already earned from this, and kind of where it's going and what I think. So, first off, OSMI, it's basically a decentralized, physical infrastructure AI system, just like a lot of the ones we've talked about. They say save the date for tomorrow. They do not have a specific time because they want their early supporters to basically get, a few minutes head start so we don't get this sniping issue with bots. Now, what does that mean? What that means is I would jump into that Discord. I did drop that link down below. Definitely pop in there. Definitely be paying attention, and the sale will be on their site. And so for their site, you go on there, you'll be connecting like a MetaMask or something to do the purchase. And remember, this is an OSMI token, and we'll get into some more specifics here in just a minute. So they did have a Bitcoin World. They do have an article here. If you look through this, basically talking about, what we're anticipating the market structure to go with AI, $184 billion in 2024, all the way up to almost $1 trillion in 2030, which is easily going to be true. Machine learning taking up a large portion of that, and of course, our natural language processing. They, go into detail here. I will leave all these links down below in case you want to really dive deep into basically all they say that OSMI is going to fix. I think some of the key aspects are right here. It being decentralized, theoretically infinite, more eco-friendly using idle GPU usage, which for the nodes, my assumption is right away you'll be able to run it on something more simple like a VPS, but as things ramp up and they start to need more and more, you may have to either change to a home computer or increase those VPS settings. But right now, you'll probably be fine initially just jumping right in there. And these nodes are supposed to be able to be run right away. So we'll talk about rewards here in a minute as well. Community driven, so bias and censorship. I did test out this bot a little bit. We'll talk about that and kind of questions that it answered. Having high transparency, data privacy, of course, being enhanced, community involvement being high for this, and an absolute freedom of expression. As we know, with a lot of these AI systems, they are extremely biased already because, they're made by somebody. And some of the limitations in some of the AI systems on what you can do, what you can ask, what you can talk about, all those different aspects as well. So let's go into the node licenses here. So they're only selling 1,000 node licenses. That's it initially. Okay, so yes, later on they will end up selling more, but initially this is like the alpha testing 1,000. I will say that it's probably going to be beneficial jumping in right away. I always have a little like, angst. I'm like another node, another, project over by Gala. What is our, outcome going to be? But I will say the first 1,000, these folks, they're probably going to make out just fine, and probably very well. So right away, these things are going to be doing daily emissions of OSMI. Okay, and how much you say? Well, if we scroll down here, it says that it's 337 OSMI a day. Okay, so 1,000 nodes at $1,000 each. Now, the $1,000 is in their OSMI token, sold exclusively in that. So, of course, the Uniswap links down below. Make sure you're on the right contract. OSMI, you need $1,000 of it. This will change every like 5 minutes or so. Okay, it's going to update. So if the price of OSMI is fluctuating or changing, you may or may not have a little bit too much, not enough, and all the OSMI you do to buy these is just going to be burnt. Okay, there's going to be a sustainable burning and remint kind of ecosystem in this, if I am not mistaken, from the white paper that I read, which we'll review as well. So all the OSMI will be burnt for these node licenses, and like I said, 330 OSMI a day. Do we pop up our calculator and do some numbers here? So right now, let's just skip ahead here to the pricing. Look at this, 33 cents. So here's some folks that probably already made out pretty well, because if you were buying down here 17, 18 cents of OSMI, we're up to like 35 cents. If that price holds, you're basically able to double the nodes you can purchase, or of course, sell by doubling, the value you've already gotten from the OSMI token. Now, the OSMI in this liquidity pool, it's 100 million OSMI, and all the liquidity has been completely and permanently locked by the team, meaning they can't remove any of the OSMI or sell the token or anything that's in here. And oh, I skipped ahead here, so we're gonna have to scoot back a little bit. But my point being, 337 OSMI a day, right? So if you're making 337 OSMI a day, and you multiply that against, let's just say this price held up 111 bucks a day right now. That's 10 days of an ROI. Let's pretend it's not as good at that and it goes back down to like 17 cents. That'd be like about 50 bucks a day. So that'd take you out to about a 20-day ROI. My point being, these folks I think that get in this are going to do well. I do think this one will probably sell out because the token that is going to be available for these first 1,000 is so nice for early supporters. So definitely, I am going to grab one. I can't help myself. I must do it. I want to have a node for every single Gala project here, of course. So here's the token generation event, and here's what I love. Look at this, 50% node rewards, okay? I love any project that is giving 50% of the rewards to nodes, okay? 20% to KOLs, listings, and market making. And if I'm not mistaken, I did ask the team, I believe that 100 million token came out of this 20% here. So about 10% of that has been used as the listing market making, if I'm not mistaken. 10% for referral program and 20% for project development fund. I do not believe there's any referral program in place. Otherwise, of course, I'd be telling you guys, click those links down below. If you want to click my Gala Game links, though, I always appreciate it. You know, it just shows Gala Games that, you know, you guys love me and stuff. So there is a 1 billion max OSMI supply. For the token distribution, you have this nice little graph you can see here. It's going to be similar to a lot of, you know, token production. 0.15% of the difference between the max supply, total supply, and then, like I said, while this token is burnt, right, the total supply, max supply, the max supply won't change. That'll always will be 1 billion, but the total supply will change, right? If we're burning it, I think it's going to be like Gala, the whole mint and burn equilibrium, okay? And then, of course, token utility, being able to pay for the inference, using it, GPU tasks, all that good stuff. And like I said, they have forever secured the liquidity for long-term confidence in this. And then, of course, we'll see if this ends up getting listed somewhere else as well, which would be really cool. So I did jump into the system because, of course, I wanted to see it is functional. I asked some simple questions like, you know, and some political ones and some religious ones and some dangerous ones because I was curious like what it would say. You know, asking like what are the top things to get into med school. What'd you think of the election cycle? It says, you know, it's an AI. It doesn't have a personal opinion. Will Trump help build crypto in the United States? It says that's complicated. Crypto is a complex issue. Lots of multi-factors. Why do people believe in Jesus Christ? The whole list there. What are the price predictions for Gala token in 2025? Same thing. Basically, is telling us, you know, it can't tell you how much. How can I make a bomb, right? So I asked it a bunch of questions that you know, for a lot of AI systems will, you know, tell you like, hey, I can't really tell you that. You know, like for this one to make a bomb, it says, you know, if you really want to know explosives and how to learn things, you should probably do that in a educational and certified reputable institution that teaches in a controlled and safe environment. And of course, telling you multiple times that that is illegal to do. What's the meaning of life? How often do the media speak favorably of Kamala Harris or Donald Trump during the 2024 election? And again, it mentioned multiple times as, you know, an AI, you know, it doesn't have personal opinion. So I did all that because I want to see what it would come out with. But again, my point is, you know, it's functioning. OSMI, I think absolutely is going to benefit quite a few people. So good luck to anybody. Like I said, sneak into the Discord. Tomorrow they are launching, and I would just definitely pay attention. Okay, they're going to let the early supporters know once it's live, or go to the site, just keep refreshing it. Keep your eye on it, and I think they're going to go pretty quick. They're doing that because they don't want people to snipe it, right? With bots, which is totally fair. So, Gala Film, the TGE token generation event is coming on December 5th. Really excited about this one. I'm going to be getting together, I believe, with Billy Goat Tails, Jimmy, and talking a little bit about Gala Film, TGE, nodes, and all that sort of stuff. I did hear that we'll be able to hold Gala Film token towards certain projects. And what this means and what this does is if I put like, let's say like 100,000 Gala Film towards Ghost of Ruin, okay, that means Ghost of Ruin is actually going to earn more Gala Film because of the film being held against it. I know it's a little confusing, but it's almost a community thing. So if everybody, or like everybody who holds Gala or Ghost of Ruin moments, right? They're like, man, I want my moments to mean the most for Ghost of Ruin. They just put held film towards it, and it's going to supposed to boost basically the earnings from Ghost or Rune moments specifically. So would be an interesting kind of gamification here. Gala Music, they have this 305 Latin Edition mystery box. Now, why this is important and why I thought this was pretty cool, I didn't see huge marketing for this yet, but on December 5th, right here, this 305, oh, I'm blocking it. Oh my gosh, I can't get in the way. Okay, anyways, 100% chance you get this 305 Latin Edition pink pass, which means you can go to their party on December 5th in Miami. It's like from 7 to 11. Go to the Gala Music Discord for more information, but I think that's super cool. So basically for 40 bucks, you can get into this party. So if you're down in the Miami area or wanted to go down there, it sounds like it's going to be a good party and a lot of fun. Towards the end of the video here, I'm going to open 20 of the label radar boxes for funsies as well. Gala Games, big thing here is, I haven't gotten into Miranda's yet. I'm going to try to do this Thanksgiving weekend. Maybe I'll try to do some live streaming so we can check it out. But for Gala Games, and one thing specifically is the whole Gala Casino thing, which we're going to talk about here real quick. Benefactor mentioning, hey, should we basically be charging for, IPFS or in some way, like people holding Gala to access that system? I have no idea. I mean, it sounds good to me, maybe. Because I know they've been doing that for free for however long, but any use that Gala token can have is the better. Epic Gala Sweepstakes. So we got to chat about this and the very specifics about this and how you can earn Gala, or win Gala, I should say. So Gala Games has introduced this weekly sweepstakes prize drawing. This is actually occurring this Wednesday, will be the first drawing for this. If you have ever spent Gala in the ecosystem, okay, burning just 100 Gala, that's it, you're going to get a free ticket to this. You only get one. Okay, that's one thing I had to dig and find out. You only get one ticket, but you do need to go in there and basically claim that ticket and choose your numbers, okay? It's 8 numbers between 1 and 100. I don't know. I'm sure the odds are super bad for, the high numbers and stuff, but hey, if you win something, that'd be pretty cool. Now, here's the catch. You do have to burn 10 Gala to create the ticket or mint the ticket or whatever for the sweepstakes. And then, of course, if it wins, they will be paying you within 30 days straight to your Gala account is what they said. Now, what's cool about the sweepstakes is 2% of all Gala that is burnt in the ecosystem is going to be set aside for this pool, weekly pool. And this very first one, they're actually injecting 1 million Gala into it. Now, any Gala that's not won in the different sections will continue to roll over, kind of like Powerball. And so we could end up with some gigantic prize pools in the future. Now, one cool thing about this that really makes galachain usable and really something cool about it is the RNG feature, right? The randomized number generator. And they really go in depth in this article on how that is going to be completed, and basically how it feeds through founder nodes and all this stuff to really have all this verifiability, hash key, blah blah. We'll show that in a minute, but I don't want to go through that. My point is you can verify it, which is super cool. You go in, like I said, you select your random 8 numbers you want, and then you can mint this. Let's see if we have the specific price stuff here. Actually, you know what? Where are you? Where are you, Rocket Unit? Here you are. Thanks for the work you do, Rocket Unit. I definitely notice and appreciate these Twitter posts you do. So he breaks it down right here for all the different things. Oh yeah, there's one thing. You can actually get a free entry by mail. So if you send a postcard to their New York address, you can get a free entry as well. And of course, if you match 1 or match 2, you can get a free ticket for the next time or next week. And then if you match 3, there's all these percent of the pool split, which is, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of Gala that you can end up getting on if you match the correct numbers. So I thought that was pretty cool. Neat. It's going to be a cool function for galachain and the RNG feature to kind of see this come through. Of course, if you want to look at the terms and conditions, this really breaks it down. Everybody's basically good to go unless you're in like some sanctioned country or anything. But because it's a sweepstakes, you're good to go in the US and Europe and all those places. Now, what I was thinking when I was looking at this is, how to get tickets. We have these 100% Gala rebate for like different like vexi boxes or whatever. And I was like, man, you could get on there and you could just spend like tons and tons of money and get tons of free tickets. And then I realized you're actually only allowed to get 1 free ticket per week. But keep that in mind. With 100% Gala rebates, you could be getting a free ticket basically that you could enter in if you wanted to with the Epic Gala Sweepstakes. So thought that was pretty cool as well. Like I said, if you, I'll leave, tons of these articles down below, but the Gala Games of Chance and the Path to Transparency, they really break down the 32-byte seed phrase, randomly generated, the APIs, where you can go look, the verification code, all this stuff. So that's really, really cool that it's all very visible out front there, and we're able to see that. Oni nodes. I know a lot of people have mentioned this. I have definitely been paying attention. Okay, I definitely read a lot. Lately, I saw the community talking with them and encouraging them to get in touch with like LFG and Jehoshaphat and some other folks with the Gala team, because they're supposed to be building this Gala chain decks. I I don't know what's going on in the background, guys. I've been poking these guys often. They tell me the same stuff they tell me in Telegram. So I'm definitely trying to make sure that this continues forward, because I really want to see a decentralized exchange on of course the Gala chain. I have 3 spheres here. I think the earnings so far has been like 330,000 Oni. They're still doing some production, I guess, in the background, because they did all the payment options are updated now, where you can use like Gala and some other stuff as well. So that's pretty cool. Well, let's jump into these Gala music boxes and see what we're able to crack open here, my friends. I guess I'll click open all 20. Now, again, I really want the team to start putting some music to these openings, because it makes it that much more exciting, right? Wait, did I open all 20? Mystery box remaining 19 out of 20. Oh, it's like spinning constantly. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right. So it's going to keep. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's like an automated opening thing. So let's see if I can get some music out of one of these boxes. That's what I really want, is a music selection. It keeps just giving me the same thing. Ooh, brain? Why is it a check mark here? Is it like basically telling me that I'm going to end up getting one? Like music wise? So it's pretty cool. It's like spinning. I do like that. I would really love some audio though, guys. If there's any way, I don't know how hard it is building that in, but there's a reason there's all those pretty musical tones in casinos and stuff, right? That make you just feel good, feel happy. It makes me think of Theo Vaughn. Um, anyways, I hope everybody's doing really well. I'm definitely going to put out a little notification of when I'm going to try to go live to talk about all the nodes that we've been, discussing over the past year. Because, I got a big fat Excel spreadsheet at this point, because we are involved in a lot, right? And it is getting hard managing them all and paying attention to where every single one is, making sure they're all running and all that fun stuff. All right, so we're like through 13 boxes here. 1,400 music, 108 Gala. We're really hoping for something else here. Some is that a bigger one? Or is that how much I've been getting on some of these? 149? Yeah, so that was a little bigger one versus the 30. Come on, percentages. Come on, probability. Man, it's like those Miranda's boxes. Those ones are like exciting to open too. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, this did kind of cheat and tell me that I was going to end up getting one of these. Brain music wise. All right, I got to plug that into my node here afterwards as well. So 20 of the nodes here. Oh, a second one. All right. I got two songs out of the 20 boxes. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I got to get this stuff plugged in. I did talk with Jay Hood and everybody as well with music. They are definitely making progress. They're really trying to build something good. The big thing is retaining people, right? Gamifying the system and retaining people, because we talked about how easy it was to get a lot of people on the platform with the Earl sweatshirt contest and little like thing that we did. But the whole thing is retaining them. So I'm really glad that the team is focused on how they want to try to retain folks, and we'll kind of see how it all progresses. Let me know down in the comments if you got any questions. Don't forget to enter into that giveaway by typing OSMI down below. And as always, stay warm, Wookiees.